where we flip the script and we let you ask both myself and Mandy any question you would like. So, who do you want to ask the question to first, and what is said question? Nothing is off limits, and we await the question.
Hmm. Well, I've had the privilege to be a part of Mandy's training sessions, so I've heard some of her fun little stories. But Mandy, we used to play this game when we were in public relations, and we'd get together, and it was what was the worst travel writer who came onto a fam tour, and what did they do? Without naming names.
Oh, that's fun.
What's the worst meeting planner experience you've ever had?
Oh God, I have so many. But the first one that comes to mind, and I'm not going to say a name.
No, definitely.
The first one that comes to mind is a long. It was a client of mine actually, and it was a client who, when we first started working together, was great. But something happened over the years. I don't know if there were personal things happen. I'm not sure if there were substance abuse things happening, but some mental tides had turned to where every time we would go on a site inspection, this person would panic and lose something. And it was like panicked phone calls at like 3 a.m. when I'm in my room that I have to go to security and make sure like her laptop isn't missing and it was actually just in her bag the whole time. Or it was like she would always overestimate her numbers, even though we had history. She was like secretly calling the hotel and increasing her numbers without an addendum. And, shame on the hotels. The hotels were actually doing it and they weren't including me. That's a whole other story for another time when you just leave the third party out. Because I would never allow somebody to increase their numbers if you don't have the history to support it. And then she would get an attrition. Then I'd have to fight the attrition. I'm just thinking like, it was somebody that like would call at all hours of the night. And at one point, my husband's like, you got to get rid of this client. Like, this is just not worth it. But I will say one time we were landing for a site inspection and I think her program was like a one part of the year, but the site inspection was another part of the year. So there wasn't any like weather issues. But when we landed, it was raining a little bit. And she started sobbing and like hyperventilating, like, if it's like this for my meeting, we can't have it happen. I'm like frantically pulling up Old Farmer's Almanac weather statistics and being like, listen, it's not going to be like this. We're not even traveling the same time of year. This is actually the rainy season. You knew it was the rainy season. Like we let you know, everybody let you know. So it was like the panicking and the stress and the substance and the obsessions, like that was probably the worst, but it was over a long period of time. And eventually I fired this person, which was another life lesson in running a business as well. But I think that, I had hotels calling me about this person. I had people within this person's own company calling me about this. It was a lot. Like, and it was, add them all up. It's more than a story. It's a nightmare. I'll add it up. Yeah. But we all have those, right?
Yeah. I had a travel writer disappear on me because he was drinking.
Oh no, the old Houdini routine. Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
And you just pray that they don't end up in the local river.
Yeah.
You can't find them.
Well, being in San Diego, working at hotels or working at venues before I was on the meeting planner side, I can't tell you how many attendees went missing because they went to Tijuana overnight. They they'd be fun after the meeting and they go to Tijuana and they did have fun and they were missing not because they were stuck in Tijuana, but because they like overslept or they couldn't get over the border. Like they lost their ID, some sort of shenanigans had happened. So like, that's sort of a notorious, like from the old days, it doesn't happen anymore, but from the old days of like doing meetings in San Diego.
Amani, the question was asked to me about what qualities of a destination matter. What's your favorite destination and why?
Ooh, my favorite destination. Ooh, so I'm a fan of Hawaii because of the water, how well they take care of everyone, Maui specifically, and it's just like dreamy over there. And the food, the cuisine, the opportunities for different kind of entertainment, and the beaches. So that's kind of my favorite destination. I'm trying to think of another one to compare to. I love music, so any music cities I love because the way to catch live music that could be local, like in Nashville, like in LA, like in New York. And then I grew up in DC, so of course I'm partial to that area, but that, and then I'll say I love Miami because I lived there before and it's got
Mhm.
lots of culture and beaches and music. So I gave you a bunch of answers, but those are my favorite.